Hey guys, Brandy here. We are headed out to the greenhouse. I have a new tool to show you guys. I'm so excited to use. And my little MI gardener seed haul came, and today's the day. Tomato starting day. Yeah. All right guys, we're in the greenhouse. It's a warm one. In the greenhouse, it's about 95-ish degrees inside here, particularly the side that doesn't have the shade cloth. I just made sure the back side is covered with the shade cloth that had blown off. So I secured it. We need to get more of this covered in shade cloth because I still have some cool weather stuff that needs to get planted out in my lettuces, and they'll just die in this kind of heat in a greenhouse. So even with it open on both sides and windows open and all that good stuff, because here in Kennesaw, Georgia, it's March 23rd, it would have been my Mimi's birthday. She gets to have her birthday in heaven. Happy birthday, Mimi. Happy birthday. I know you're where you want to be. So March 23rd, and we're supposed to get up close to mid 80s, maybe 85. And I am in Kennesaw, Georgia. It is a northern suburb of Atlanta, of the Atlanta metro area. And yeah, ready for it. Happy spring, y'all, because the way spring came in, it was cold and we had freezing temperatures. So so over that. I got on my shorts, I got on my tank, I got on my sandals. They're my garden sandals though. But anyway, I wanted to get started with, I have a couple product reveals, and one of them is my seed haul. It's not a big seed haul from MI Gardener, but I have one, and then a new tool that I got for the garden, and I'm super pumped about this. Is something I've wanted for a while. John has wanted one as well. And yeah, so let's get to it. So today in the mail, we had our MI Gardener came. So let me show you what I got. All right, so I ordered, because I saw this picture on it was like one of my garden groups I'm on Facebook for Georgia, and it was beautiful, and it was using an arched trellis to grow your pumpkins. And so I thought, wouldn't those look beautiful coming off of them? And so this is an heirloom cross between a butternut squash and a pie pumpkin. And I just thought, holy smokes, that is gorgeous. And we're going to try and grow that. I desperately needed, y'all know I've been on the hunt for some Cherokee purple seeds out at the different seed swaps I've been at, and I haven't found any. So I bought some. And these will be some we are going to start today. I got an Italian striped zucchini. This one's new to me. I got some German giant radishes. I want to get these going pretty soon. I got the pepperoncini. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but you can pickle these, and yeah, I got those because we like to have these hot and pickled, like on pizza nights and stuff like that. We all love these, so I want to try to grow it. I got the YOLO Wonder Pepper, so I'm excited to try these. Some avalanche peas. This is a snap pea. These are going to be going in real soon. A honey rock cantaloupe. I wanted to get this last year and it was sold out, so I'm excited to give this one a try this year. I had to get some more marshmallow seeds, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. Y'all know I have already started 2 different trays of marshmallow seeds I got from a seed swap. And I have a feeling I know why they're not germinating, as well as my lavender. It's not been germinating, or my echinacea. And so that will also be part of today's lesson. Some loofah gourds. I told y'all I wanted those. I got some small pickling cucumbers, and this one was a muncher cucumber. This one's new to me, and I think it was because it was a skin that I don't like. Now these I know will be kind of prickly, but when you're doing, particularly if you're going to do pickling, if you're going to can your pickles, or if you want to do some fermentation pickles, the smaller the cucumber, the better. You're going to get a better crunch long term. What we found last year when we used some of these where they have the tender skins, why I like to handle these much better, they kind of get mushy when you can them. They were okay in the fermented pickles we did with them, and the refrigerator pickles. But as far as canned pickles, you're going to want something more like this, and you want to pick it small. So I ordered those. I also have heard great things about, because this year I'm going to be focusing, the only trellis bean I plan to do are my Cherokee Trail of Tears beans. I'm going to trellis those on one of the sides of the trellis in the front garden, because the bean beetles were so awful last year. And then my plan is to only grow bush beans this year. And I've heard a lot of great things about the jade bush bean, so I ordered those. And I got some more basil. I was out of this one. And yeah, that is my seed haul from MI Gardener. So it's pretty small, but I'm going to need the marshmallow and the tomato. These others I can put up. And save them for another day, because we are really entering into the time when every day you're planting something. And I won't show you everything that I plant because it gets a little redundant. Honestly, if you just learn how to read the back of your seed packets and such, you will be in good shape. Now, for the next reveal. The next reveal, this is from Ladbrook. It's the Ladbrook Genuine Soil Block, and it's made in England. And let me show you, if you're not familiar with a soil block, it is a tool. It looks like this, and like this. And so essentially you use it, you get your soil moist. When you're ready to seed it, you're going to use a tray. Hold on. You're going to use a tray like this, a 10-20 tray, and you're going to put this down into some dampened, pre-moistened soil for planting seed. Now it could be a seed starting soil. If you want to use the mixture I have, the Pro Mix, you can use a Pro Mix potting soil. I actually purchased some of I've seen several YouTubers talking about how great they're liking doing their seed starting with the Vermont compost. So I ordered a bag. It's kind of pricey. I think I paid $30 for the bag, and I'm not even sure how big the bag is, but it's back ordered. So it's not due to get to me until April. So I think what I want to do is, I'm thinking I'm going to do this one with probably my Pro Mix potting soil. And so I'm going to get it moist. And then I'll show you how to use the tool to lay out your salt blocks. And then, oops, excuse me. Then you can actually sow a lot of seeds in each block, and then later transplant them into the little the little potting cups. These are 2x5 at Bootstrap Farmer. I can put a link in the description. I love these. This is my second year using these. Matter of fact, I'm on the wait list for when they re-release the summer solstice collection. I love these. They're great. Now you can get them in colors. They have them in white and black. They also have the, I think it's a 5-inch one. They cost a little bit more. But if you think you're going to be potting up things, they're worth the investment because these wash up great. They're not flimsy. So they're, as long as once you're done using them, you keep them out of the sun. These things will last you for years and years. So yeah, so I'm super excited to have this so that I can sow heavily and then separate out those individual plants into the little pots, and then from there they'll go directly into the ground. So this is where I pre-moistened my soil. I ended up using my Fox Farm Ocean Potting Soil. It takes a little getting used to with the soil block, and just it's a little awkward at first, but then you kind of get a rhythm to it, figure it out. I also had to keep pre-moistening the soil because towards the bottom it was too dried out, and I also would use my little sprayer there to keep the blocks I had already made moist. Now we're moving to labeling each of the tomatoes that we are seed starting. I ended up sowing very heavily into each of the blocks, hoping for a big yield that I'll separate out later into the smaller seed trays, or not seed trays, but the little potted, the 2x5-inch pots. You could also use a solo cup if you don't have those pots. And this went really quickly. This went to John has put me in. Let me see. I have a plug right there that I'm going to attach my this is a thermostat, and you have to have a thermostat to work your heat mat so that you can try to maintain the temperature that you need to grow tomatoes. I have a huge Haas mat. That's the one I have inside, and it actually tells you on the mat what the temperature is for each thing. These ready mats are really nice. They can get damp. You don't want the electronics necessarily, the plugs, to get damp. So on the thermostat, it has a plug, so I'm going to undo this. This one's brand new. We haven't used this one before. We have another one that we have used before we had a greenhouse. We were just doing this totally inside. And you've got to hang this part up, so, and I'll be plugging it in, because this little piece right here is going to go down into your tomatoes, the soil, to monitor the temperature. And it will keep your plants, your soil, from frying. That's why you need a thermostat. And you can get thermostats pretty reasonable on Amazon and stuff. I think those are for fencing, and that's what I'm going to hang my thermostat with. So is I'm going to turn my ready mat around so that the plug is on this end of my table, and then I'm going to plug this in, and I don't think it's plugged in inside. I'll have to go do that in just a few minutes. So I've got this up here, and then then I want to clamp it, probably, I don't know if you can see that, probably not, let's see. I don't want to poke a hole in my... Okay, so I've got it clamped. Okay guys, so these are the tomatoes in using our soil block that we got, and I will link that soil block. It was on sale. I will link that in the description. And the cool thing, I think it was right at $40 I paid for it. And the truth of it is once these get going, and I mean, you can use solo cups as long as you drill holes, whatever. You don't have to have the little cups like I have. You can do it for free, cheap. A lot of the garden centers will give you their old potting planters and things like that if you ask. And also checking with your extension office, because sometimes master gardeners and things like that can give you some other resources. So this is the Ready Mat heat mat. So that's what it's called. This one's a heavy duty one. Right now it is at 71, I hope this shows up, 0.1. And you can turn it up or down. I think I want to leave, I need to ask John, because I know when it gets warm during the day, I don't know how warm I want this thing to be, if I should turn it. I don't think I'm supposed to turn it off during the day, but at the same time I don't want to fry my plant, so I need to ask him. He is more the one who does this. But for tonight, this will be fine. I think tomatoes really like it between 65 and 75, the soil to be 65 to 75 degrees. So this is fine. And I have the thermostat, so this little wire here, it comes down and you put it into your soil, and that's going to tell you what the temperature is of your soil with your heat mat. And yeah, so I could probably fit 3 total on here, or maybe 2. Maybe 2 of the 10 by 20 trays, and then maybe a smaller half tray or something like that. So, and yeah, so we've got this all set up, and I'm totally excited we got tomatoes started. Stratification of your seeds. You're gonna put them in your refrigerator. I have an extra refrigerator in my garage, and so that's kind of where our overflow goes, down there. And that's where I have my blackberry lilies. Matter of fact, they're due to come out tomorrow. Many seeds will not germinate without a cold stratification period. It is a plant's defensive mechanism designed to keep our seeds from breaking dormancy and sprouting at the wrong time of year. In nature, they would do this all on their own. Okay guys, so those are all my seed stratifications. I've got my yarrow, my echinacea, all my lavender. I just need to cover my lavender. I have my milkweed, and I know there was another one we did. What was it? What was it? The marshmallow. And so all of these, I gotta make room in my refrigerator for them. It's funny because we have this old like college dorm room refrigerator, and I'm thinking about getting John to plug that thing up and start putting these type of things in that refrigerator, because I kind of need my other refrigerator for food that needs to be kept safe. So we've got our stratifications, our cold stratification things done and ready to go. We have done our tomato. So I just want to thank you for stopping by the garden and the greenhouse and for seed starting. I hope that you are getting excited about the upcoming season. I hope that you're seeing things on the channel of different ways, you know, that you can grow things. And I also wanted to tell you, if you live, and you don't have to live rural, if you live close to like a public high school, most of them have 4-H clubs. And if you don't have them in your public high school, then your county that you live in, the extension office, they should be able to tell you how to get in touch with your local county 4-H if it's not in the local public schools. But typically in early May, maybe some places they would do it in April, but around here it's usually early May. They do their big plant sale, and usually the plants are very inexpensive. They're starter plants, so if you don't have the setup, you don't have the finances to do seed starting, and you're just going to be gardening on a smaller scale, you should give them a look-see and see what you can find, because typically they will have like vegetables and flowers and things like that. But that would be a great way to support your local 4-H. 4-H is a great organization, and like I said, I know our local high school, they even have it out on their sign already. I have family members that live next to other high schools that are in our county, and they have it up on their signs as well. So most of our high schools in our county have a 4-H program, and they do a plant sale. So that is fabulous. Like, we also have a 4-H through our county services and extension office. So I could always go there if I didn't have a high school that was selling so close to me. Also be watching, again, if you get in touch with your extension services or your local library. They should be able to tell you about the Master Gardener program in your areas. And most Master Gardener programs, they will also have plant sales. So, but anyway, with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.